Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we have found ourselves a match. A best of 5, the second best of 5 for today. We have in the bottom right a blue Zerg player fighting for the Afrika Freaks. DRG. Wait, is he still on the... oh god, they keep switching. They keep switching. He's not, isn't he? He's not anymore. I think he left. Yeah, he left. Okay, he's no longer on the Afrika Freaks. DRG. His opponent. Last time I think he was on Team Exxon, but maybe not anymore. No, he still is. Alright, good. From Team Exxon, the Red Terran player from Mexico. But, you know what? Mostly Korean right now. He is special. As Korean as any Korean could be. DRG versus Special. I do think we are in for a treat with these two. Over here, Special, a very talented Terran player, and DRG, of course, as well, a very talented Zerg player. In particular, in the ZVT matchup, it's always a joy to see DRG try his best. And against a mighty opponent such as Special, I think we'll be in for quite the treat. I think we should be in for quite the showdown. But yeah, in the end, I don't know exactly what kind of place Special is at right now. It's been, again, a while since I did manage to get a good opportunity to see a lot of games of his. I still think that DRG might be able to take this one overall, just because he is so good at that ZVT. We'll have to see. Last time we saw, I think, wasn't it? Not that long, well, maybe, alright, it was a while ago. It was Special versus Cyril, I believe it was. Was it versus Cyril? I mean, he played some crazy games then, guys. Holy moly. Not sure if we're going to see the same kind of late game dedication, but we'll have to wait and see. Factory for the reactor coming up. And a third base here for Special as well. The Overlord already catching a glimpse of this. We'll be able to realize, okay, well, if that is what you're doing, good sir, then I'm gonna drone like an absolute madman. Drone like there was no tomorrow. Just make sure I have enough queens to hold off any type of Hellion or potential Banshee at aggression as well, and then we should be okay. Now he's even gonna make himself a Roach Warren here. Has been something that has kind of been developing as a style, I suppose. We have the roaches into the Hydralisk, into the what is this marine shooting? Oh, it's an Overlord. I see. Yeah, so the roaches into the Hydralisk, into the Lurker play. DRG also one of the players that does fool around with this overall, I believe. Are the marines shooting the reactor? Okay, they're not. Good. For a moment there, I thought they were. Ah, Fusion Core already coming up here for Special right now. We will make a quick jump into the battle cruisers. So far, DRG doesn't have that many crazy queens, but he is planning a Roach all-in with the Zerglings. And this used to be the way to counter the battle cruisers back in the day when people were still struggling trying to defend against them, right? They were like, you know what if we just attack straight up with a ton of Roaches, with a ton of Lings, when the Terran is very low on his units, because, well, he went for a 3rd CC, he's going for battle cruisers. It's not going to be a lot on the ground here, and the scan kind of seeing a lot of Zerglings here running out and about. Might tip him off a little bit. It does indeed, making all these bunkers right now, making a Banshee as well. I really like that. Instead of the battle cruiser, the Banshee's gonna pop out a lot quicker, so might be here before the fight really kicks up into high gear. Little bit of poking from those aliens. Getting a couple of Zerglings already. There is the Banshee. Needs to target down these Ravens as quickly as possible, of course. The SCV's already trying to repair the wall as well. Not just going out to repair the bunker, but also the supply depots. And DRG, already feeling defeated, is moving back here and is going back into drones. So a very solid hold there for Special, I would say. Is going to be able to find himself in a wonderful position. The Overlord does barely, I think. Did he barely? Let's take a... Well, let's double check that. Yeah, I did see the battlecruiser attack there coming up. We'll need to spend some resources to start prepping for that as well, of course. Is starting up the lair. Most likely going to try to get himself into... well, actually, I'm not sure what he's going to try to get himself into. Hydralisk or the Spire. I would assume the Spire with the battlecruisers coming up, right? That makes the most sense. Then with the Roach Warren opening, maybe the Hydralisk make more sense. I don't think you want to fight the battlecruisers with Hydralisk, though. It's too clumpy. They're light armor. They take a boatload of damage from the battlecruiser. It's just a mess, right? It is an absolute mess. Also, I don't know if I said hello to you, Bitterwood, but hello. Hello back to you. Your Special wins at least 1 or 2 maps after winning 0 matches at Katowice. It would be nice. It would definitely be nice. I think his TVC is pretty good. Might be able to do it against DRG, right? So far not getting any drones though. That's a bummer. 0 kill battlecruiser. That is always a tough thing to see. 2 more queens already on that 4th base as well, ready to defend. DRG on top of things. He's making the spy attack. And he's still making more roaches. So it looks like he's not going to go into Lingbane Muta. He will just make the spire in order to get maybe the potential couple of corruptors here. In case more battlecruisers do appear. And we do have a 2nd battlecruiser in the production. But it doesn't seem like Special's going... Well, he is getting Yamato cannon as well, isn't he? So, yeah, he should be making more battlecruisers here, in my opinion. And that he was. I suppose he was spending his money elsewhere. Making a 4th base, making more Marines, Hellions, stuff like this. This 4th base is quite early on for Special, actually. It's done earlier than that of DRG. That is quite bananas. Hydra Den and Infestation Pit. So this is still the army that he wants to go for, right? The Roach Hydra into the Lurker play. But he's added in the Spire just in order to ensure it's going to be okay if there's suddenly a lot of battlecruisers everywhere. It's only going to be 2. But you know what? Being able to then make like, 4 Corruptors, something like that. Not too many. Should be able to kind of push them backwards with the help of the queens in particular as well. But those corruptors are just going to make it a lot easier. Although they have 2 Yamato cannons, so maybe you need a couple more. Right? Otherwise you're just going to be with 2 corruptors. Hello. Gets the Ravagers. Nice targeting. Well done, Admiral Special. The Queen's trying to get into a good position here. We got a good amount of them, but a lot of them stuck behind the Ravager eggs here. The Transfuse, ooh, just barely coming in the nick of time. One of the Queens does fall. Another Queen does fall. It's not supposed to happen here. Oh, it's going to lose more overall. Actually going to lose 4 of them in total already. The Spore Crawler's really helping out, but that's a solid trait there for Special, I would say. Getting a lot of value out of those battlecruisers right there. Oh, let's take a look. Yeah, wonderful stuff. Look at that. 1,500 extra minerals lost here and 400 extra minerals lost here as well. All from DRG. And that is with DRG not even being ahead on the economy either, right? That is with actually Special being ahead on the economy here. Making that many bases that quickly. Now, with that booming economy, he's been producing Marines, Siege Tanks, Hellions, all the good jazz for a while now, and that is accumulating into one hell of a push straight through the middle. What we have for DRG right here is mostly Roaches, Ravagers. We got a couple of Lurkers here as well. That is going to have to help out. But the Ravagers, they are kind of in charge to try and deal with the siege tanks here. They need to get a good couple of biles. There we go. We'll be able to get rid of 3 of them, it seems. That's a really good shot, actually. Just 1 more remains, but the 2 battlecruisers also, of course, are going to take part in this battle. Interesting place for the Marines to be, but we'll just go in with a drop, it seems. There's 3 Spore Crawlers here, though. Maybe not the safest place to fly across. Oh, just a single queen might be enough. 1 more shot. Nope, the medevacs do arrive safely in... Well, safely. They arrive in the main base with their cargo fully intact. 10 workers instantly go down because of this. DRG having a very rough time keeping everything afloat. That's even without special pushing in with on another flank with this army here. I mean, there's not that many defenses on the bottom left side, but... Oh, there we go. There's the push forward right on top of the Ravagers and the Roaches. A lot of Hydra lists go down there as well. Do we just not have any medevacs anymore? We only have the 2 medevacs. It's a little bit crazy to me, but anyway, Special is moving back here. He's getting pushed quite slightly by the Roaches, the Hydra, everything there. These 2 battlecruisers still going absolutely ham. 6 skills and 6 skills. If we had a 3rd BC, it also had 6 skills. We would have the number of the beast, of course. We'll not be able to get the medevac. Oh, wait, no, we will be able to get it. Mind controlled. Maybe there was an F2 right there from Special. An all-army hotkey. He's coming in to clear up the creep. It's a little bit slower with his own 5th base as opposed to DRG. DRG finally a little bit ahead on the base production. Oh, he's finally going to be able to get rid of these battlecruisers as well. At least one of them. The other one does barely manage to escape. DRG still in the hot seat with a big attack of Terran coming his way. Looks like he should have enough to hold this off, right, with the Vipers. I would imagine so. Might be able to yoink one of the medevacs still. They are going quite quick. It could still happen. Yoink. There he goes. Nice with the siege tank in there. If he gets that, he should be able to. Hydras, come on. A little bit of micro. Micro. Still going to get it anyway. Regardless, setting himself up in between here. A lot of siege tanks going down. DRG, with a good blinding cloud, will be able to shut down all of the siege tank firepower here. Still has those lurkers of his own. And Special suddenly backed up into a corner just when things were looking pretty darn smooth for him. Suddenly, everything is looking rather rough instead. I like that he's using the snipes wherever he can, whether that be on the Hydras, the Roaches, instead of on the Lurkers, which is the usual target for snipes. In this case, you know, you might as well try to take out whatever you can, and then maybe later on you'll just be able to deal with the Lurkers anyway. As long as you avoid them. And is slowly pushing in. There's a couple of Widow Mines should be able to finish this off, but of course, we realize that DRG, of course, this is not all he has. He has a new army already established back at home, or at least is building it up right now. 7 more Hydras. Roaches will start their transformation into a couple of Lurkers pretty soon as well. Few stray units there from Special, still kicking and breathing. To be fair, Special's economy is still solid, right? Even though he took that hit on this base, still feels absolutely fine because he was that far ahead in the economy overall. Lone siege tank there, a little bit stuck on the production facilities. Never a nice thing. DRG did manage to take quite the convincing lead here in supply. Now, is he going to try to make use of this advantage, or is it not going to be in time? Special has a lot of production, of course, so it's only a matter of time before this is going to be once again corrected. Lurkers trying to get into the ground. Nice Yamato cannon. The battlecruiser jumps across the map here, trying to do some counterattack damage as the main army of the Zerg is on the other side. The Queens immediately jump into action though. We'll be able to protect this flank. Oh, but there is another attack coming in. Special forces the entire army of DRG to move backwards here, it seems. DRG only losing 3 workers so far, though, to be fair as well. So he's putting in a lot of efforts into the defense, but he's making it work. It's not for nothing. A Special still kind of getting the knight on this base here. We'll have to find a way to get rid of 4 of those lurkers right there. Wow. Wow, how much HP? 4. 4 HP on a battlecruiser. Of course. Of course. DRG committing once more. No, never mind. It's moved. Nah, it might be. This might be a good opportunity, honestly. It's not the worst one, although there are 3 siege tanks there. The bioforces are moving out of position, though, and in come the lurkers, burrowed in the ground. The orbital blown up immediately. Seems like it's still a little bit too rough to push into this Terran location, but wait up a moment. That is still a lot of lurkers coming in. GG is called. Never mind. If you just add, you know what, 7 more lurkers into the battle, then suddenly it does go your way after all, doesn't it? Well played there by DRG. Wraps himself the first victory.
Well,
versus his opponent. Special. Special, you know, putting up a really good fight, a clean fight there, but coming up a little bit short with the final result there. Thought he put himself in a really good position, but maybe the push in the middle, right? It felt pretty good, but then maybe he just kind of overstayed his welcome. He lost a lot of his army, and very soon afterwards, it felt like DRG was able to put that pressure onto his 4th or 5th base, and from that point onwards, it was his 4th base, right? Yeah, it was his 4th base. But anyway, from that point onwards, Special just not mining as efficiently anymore, not really getting any good trades either, to be fair, but you know, that is a side dish kind of thing. If you're still trading equally and you're still on equal economy, then that's a good thing for the Terran overall, normally speaking, right? But well, I guess that would be a good thing for the Zerg overall because they mine quicker, but then they're going to be mined out quicker, so right. Anyway. Oh, you know, the Terran might be mined out quicker with the mules. Well, regardless, we have 1 game done and dealt with. Went into the favor of this blue Zerg here. He is teamless. He is DRG. Top right side, we have a red Terran player fighting for Team Axon. Give it up for Special. Game number 2. Once again, right off the bat, pretty standard stuff. That's been the trademark today, hasn't it? We've not seen anybody proxy or do any type of spawning pool first or anything of the sorts quite yet. Might still happen. We know these players can be up to no good. And again, it's not like Special was in a bad position throughout that entire game. He actually got himself in a pretty good position, I would say. But yeah, just didn't quite find out how to close it, right? How to tie the knot. Went across the map there with that big push. That didn't work out, and all of a sudden the entire table was turned. The tables were turned. Why are there multiple tables in this sentence? Why are there multiple tables in the saying that we have to turn around? Wouldn't it just make sense for one table to turn around? So there are only 2 parties involved. Very, very rarely would you see two people making use of more than one table at a certain point in time. As if they're doing something like ping pong or something like that and have to put two tables together to increase the size, but overall just for conversation's sake. Or deal making sake, right? I don't know. Regardless. Nice micro here for DRG. The Lynx, well, still alive. A little bit in the red, but that's fine. We'll be able to get that creep tumor nice far outside of his domain. Third bases for both players coming up as well. As both of them once more looking to just run themselves into as an advantageous position as possible right off the bat. DRG here, once again, coming in with a nice overlord timing. Should be able to see that third base coming up. As we only have a single Marine available to try and shoot it down. It's going to take him quite a while. Circling here. Oh, yeah, one of them does fall. Oh, overlord. Getting the turret. Already saw it, though. All good, all good. Saw absolutely everything, and now already moving back to safety. So well done there by DRG. Once again gets the full knowledge of what his opponent is up to. And hopefully with that may be able to just kind of set himself up for a, well, impeccable defense here, of course. Ooh, almost getting the double extractor trick there. Would have been nice. That saves one of the drones, right? Good job. Good enough. Okay. Quite a lot of Marines here with the double medevac. We do already have a Baneling Nest on the way, but that shouldn't be ready as the Marines come in. Or at least there shouldn't be any Banelings as the Marines come in. So this is a pretty good opportunity. DRG once again verifies this was coming. Sees the Marine numbers, sees the stim pack upgrade, and, well, knows that the third base is on location right now. A couple of things he could try to do. Of course, is try a run-by with Zerglings. Special already anticipating this, having his Hellions and his Reapers set up in a way to be able to defend quite nicely against Zerglings there. We have him also with the opportunity, of course, to just kind of defend against those two medevac drops. Yeah, really cool stuff there for Special. You don't see people utilizing those units later on that much anymore. Maybe they would just bring them in with the offensive here, right? But just keeping them at home in order to defend against Ling run-bys, that's really smart. That's a really cool play there from Special. And it's definitely showing. Okay, there are Banelings here, I suppose, but they don't have speed just quite yet, so they are still struggling quite a bit. Good target fire again here from Special. Takes out a couple of them. Tries to get the heck out of there. You're not really pushing with the intent to kill with these drops, right? You're just kind of pushing to force out units, to force out more Banelings, get rid of a little bit of creep spread here and there. Maybe get a queen if you can. No, small little poke damage. To slowly bother your opponent to death. More units coming to join in. Looks like a couple of siege tanks as well this time around. Or is that Hellbats? It must be siege tanks, right? It is siege tanks. Okay. Oh, a little bit too quick with the drop on those siege tanks. They will be instantly picked off. Special a bit too far forward. Didn't quite have the defense set up just quite yet, as DRG was already right on top of him with all of those links and banelings. That's a quickly, well, an attack quickly nipped in the butt. Won't be finding himself any success anymore with that one. He's trying to deny the creep spread here, but I mean, look at this creep spread still from DRG. This is very impressive stuff. There's hardly any location where you might say as a Terran, you know what, this seems like a good place to push from because there's not that much creep, right? Every single option you go... Oh my... That was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen, guys. That was a major misplay there from Special. Funnily enough, called Major as well at some point in time. If I'm not mistaken. That's rough. That is rough. So DRG here with a reasonable army count, trying to set up a 5th base. Is just gonna slowly try to push all of this out. There's no Widow Mines just quite yet, but the Widow Mines being slow might help him out. Does get like 5 banelings with that one Widow, so that's nice. Great spread from Special. He's still making it work, regardless that he did take that enormous hit with his Marines earlier on. A little bit of a run by here occurring for DRG as well. Will try to find himself an opportunity to deal some of his own damage, but reinforcement for Special is already on location. And those Zerglings did not manage to do anything here. Overlord spreading creep on the 4th base location of Special, but gets cleaned up. We'll have to wait a little bit here before he gets that going, of course. More banelings. That's the trick here. Always produce banelings. Never be without banelings in production. That's a quick way to lose the game. That's a lot of Zerglings he's sending into the Widowmine fields. Oh, those connections. Pretty darn brutal. He's coming in from multiple angles, but again, those Widowmines, they were quite brutal. And yes, he does manage to get rid of the army, but that was his entire army fighting against probably half of the army of Special almost. He does take the win, but I mean, the Widow Mines are still there. He lost so much of his own stuff there as well. Look at that, almost 3,000 extra minerals lost here by DRG. The gas count's a little bit similar. I thought that would be a bit further apart as well. Considering all those banelings being blown up continuously. That seems to be okay. Zerglings, oh god, again moving into the Widow Mines. More of those shots landing. A big drop here on the left side. Special finding himself absolutely everything he needs. Gotta be careful for those banelings here. A little bit slow on the pickup there, unfortunately, but that is because he is moving in with more forces at the same time. This base here on the bottom right side most likely is going to fall. Special showcasing a wonderful game right now, actually. Really putting it all the way up to the max level. Coming in once again. A couple of lurkers here trying to secure the ground, but will not be enough. Right, the Forces 4 Special will not be able to take out that base. I thought that perhaps they may be, but does not seem to be the case. Zerglings do manage to clean up the main base as well. DRG still with a fighting chance here now because of this. Oh, what are those Zerglings doing? What are those lurkers doing, for that matter? Another attack, top left. Zerglings already in position. Don't have that many banelings with this, so have to be careful. You want to trade efficiently. The banelings, they are the key to being efficient. Got to send in a couple of units first to set off the Widow Mines. There we go. Oh dear, those Widow Mines are just sitting idly by everywhere, aren't they? The Marine Siege Tank Army on the other side seems like they found themselves another entry point into more creep. Only gets one of those siege tanks away from there. We need to have overseers, man. We need to get some overseers here. Because the Widow Mines being everywhere is a little bit crazy right now. Lurkers pushing forwards. Is this enough, though? Still some bio here present. We need to have more reinforcements, though. That is so lucky. That is so incredibly lucky. There's more Widow Mines here, though. They're going to be set off momentarily as well. Where is the Overseer? Blinding Cloud landing quite nicely, forcing these bio units to close in on the location. Widow Mines again landing. Please, Overseer. There we go. Does come into play. Now, might make this possible. Another reset on another Widow Mine. The Lurker's not really any answer, and GG is called again here, just when special. Once more, seems like he is in a very good aggressive position. DRG just manages to turn it around. With enough Lurkers there on the battleground, he'll be able to set himself up there for quite a nice victory. Well played by DRG. Once again, it's a 2-0 scoreboard right now. Special. We'll need something quite extraordinary here to push him through. 3 games in a row. Will he switch up his style? Will he just try to play a little bit more solid? We don't know. And then afterwards, the winner's still going to have to go up against Solar as well. We'll have Solar versus DRG. That could be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Solar versus DRG, that's a very closely matched ZVZ. And I think we're going to see a lot of... circling Baneling kind of wars there. But Special versus Solar could be pretty cool too. I wouldn't complain. But it seems like DRG may just have the upper hand in this one. Right? I wouldn't be saying this if it was just really close games. I guess it is still close games, but every time it feels like Special gets himself in a good position. It's like, alright, he's getting to the point where he's actually killing DRG. Loses a couple of battles. Everything falls apart. Bottom right side, the teamless Zerg player. Fighting DRG. Top left side, the red Terran getting a very good underlying base overall for the setup of the game every single moment, but at least these 2 previous games, and then it just slips through his fingers. He needs to solidify that early part of the later game. He is special. DRG already sending a drone towards that third. Nice and early. Nice. Just scouting for proxies, maybe. Right? Yeah, scouting for proxies. Alright. Oh, lovely choice. Lovely choice. Just as I see him doing this, I'm like, yeah, of course. Special would do a proxy here. He's not doing it right now, but I wouldn't be too surprised if if that was the attempt. Palemki, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Follows help out the channel quite nicely, and yeah, very much appreciated. Greetings from Poland. Ah, nice, the land of StarCraft 2. The European Korea. The Korea of Europe. Cyanic. Am I saying that right? Cyanic? Cyanic? Thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated, buddy. Hope you're having a good time with the StarCraft 2 overall. Since that is what we'll be bringing you mostly. Most of the time. But we are delving into some of the League of Legends as well, I believe. Here and there. Although that's not really my department. Not my cup of tea. But it's a good thing that it's there, right? More esports, the better it is. The more esports, the better it is. Again, a quick third base here, by the way, from Special. He is looking to get himself a couple of Hellions here, as well as the barracks still producing Marines. So I would anticipate, yeah, could be a battlecruiser play again. It could be. Doesn't have to be, though. He's building a tech lab, but that is on the... Wait, did he cancel the starport? He cancelled the starport. He just cancelled the starport and went for double barracks instead. Alright. Alright. Did an Overlord scout the starports or anything like that? No, it didn't scout anything. DRG completely in the blind. In the dark. Blind in the dark. Which is another really good Zerg, but... doesn't help him out in this case. Yes. Oh. Scouting Hellions and the Reaper not really getting anywhere so far. I mean, any creep tumor that they do manage to get rid of isn't gonna be an absolute boon for the triple Rex factory assault. There we go. It's gonna go for the double medevac production as well. Now we have to calm before the storm. 2 engineering bases also coming up here. So Special still looking to take this, of course, later on. But that marine attack, it should be coming up not too far in the distant future. As we have Stimpack finishing up. This actually is also a way I like to play Terran sometimes with Zerg. But then I go a lot more heavy onto the marines earlier on. And sometimes when you just run across the map, the Zerg's like, wait, what? Why are there so many Marines? I don't have a Baneling Nest yet. And then, you know, quite the potential to just win a game straight up from that moment onwards. It does rely on your opponent not being able to scout you. And to be fair, that is kind of what's happening here for Special. Although DRG already has this Baneling Nest. The Marines, of course, they were a little bit delayed. He was going for a different strat entirely from the get-go and then kind of switched gears mid-production. Okay, so instead of just the 2 medevacs, he's going to have another group of 2 medevacs flying around somewhere. He's going to do this on 2 angles here, 2 fronts. There we go, already finding 3 queens. Very nice. Very nice. 2 medevacs get to safety. The other 2 medevacs about to be ready here. Should be able to start picking up some units of their own and start joining in with the fun. Is he just going to bring everything together, actually? Oh, that could be interesting as well. Baneling speed not ready yet. We do have 16 Banelings or something like that on the menu. Heck of a lot of Banelings. Marines need to stim. It is off of creep, so maybe... Oh, the surround with the Zerglings a bit too good, so... Does force the pick up. The Marines might be able to just... set up elsewhere, though. The Widowmines have a pretty good spot here. Oh, that would be big. Oh, you know what? That was pretty nice. It's a good trade for Special there. DRG is struggling to clean this up. I guess he just doesn't want the Marines to be able to get rid of all the creep. That's why he's playing so aggressively off creep, but that is causing him to be less efficient with his trades as well, of course. Big counter-attack here for DRG coming through. A lot of Zerglings finding the, well, the mineral field, but there are those two Hellions and the Reaper. Once again, look at the value that they are getting themselves. Zerglings are eventually going to be enough to clean that up, but oh, with a rise. Okay, pretty good dodges there. Zerglings still on top of the third base. That is now not mining anymore. They need to try and get the heck out of that. Will not be able to. Okay, Burrow. Valiant efforts. Marine drop on the other side, still going strong as well. Tries to find as many of these drones as possible, of course. Actually goes for the queens first. Not sure if I like it entirely. Got the oh wow, okay, those Widowmine hits all kind of working out for DRG there in a way. A funny way. Doesn't really feel like he's doing it on purpose, but somehow he is managing to dodge quite severe blows. There's that fifth base on the 2 o'clock. DRG once again starting to set up shop here. Alright. Good effort with the Banelings. Unfortunately, Marines already right on top of everything there. Now we have a clash at the top side, actually. That's a lot of Zerglings being taken out, I believe. And now Banelings as well that are still morphing here. Completely caught out. We'll have to move back from that location. Unfortunately, not going to be able to delay this base a lot longer than he did right now. We don't mind drops. 8 workers already. It's not done yet. Still 2 more Widowmines, although there's not that many drones here. Okay, gets rid of the last one. Those are just, yeah, alright. Here we go, big fight once again. There is still quite a bit of creep here for the Banelings to make use of. There's no Widowmines at all. Banelings a bit too clumped up perhaps on that right flank, but still a couple of them going strong on the bottom side now. That Widowmine, oh, good dodge once again, moving those overseers over the Widowmines as the first unit. Zerglings trying to group up together again. They need to be bulked up in order to get the surround onto those Marines so the Banelings can do their thing. And this is looking absolutely marvelous now for DRG, taking out the SCVs, taking out the Marines one at a time. Enough Zerglings to just break the camel's back. As he once again denies this 4th base. He is once again on the SCVs in the 3rd. And the burrow does get spotted as well, but so far DRG managing to land a good couple of hits here onto his opponent. Once again, another good burrow with that Zergling denying the command center once more. He's going to try to make another move on this base. It could happen. He's a bit more on top on cleaning up the Widowmines as well, I want to say, but then again, Widowmine in the main base apparently still there. Widowmines. 4 drones go down. As a matter of fact, not really in a position to make a return journey. We'll just have to look at those precious little Widowmine babies go up in flames. Another drop for special. It seems like this is his kind of his final gamble, trying to get harassment damage dealt, keep his opponent busy, and hopefully slowly whittle down the capabilities of DRG here. DRG will be more and more strapped for cash. A couple of burrowed Banelings there do get scanned. Good effort by DRG, but the plan got foiled. Oh boy, that is some nutty Widowmine hits right there. More of those, and that will be quite the victory here for special, of course, still. Circling's finally arriving together. Oh, the picked up medevac does get picked off. DRG again here, just in the nick of time, comes to save his other base as well. Once more, not really losing too many of his units. Careful. Oh, okay. Whew. Giving me a heart attack here. Still a few units there. We'll be able to stop this 6 base from going up. Wouldn't be too hard for DRG to get rid of it though. Oh, even saving the drone. That is very impressive. There are 2 more medevacs fully loaded up coming in here though as well. This is awkward. I think he's patrolling there, isn't he? Interesting. Marauders at the front trying to soak up the banelings, but it looks like the control for DRG not going to allow that to happen so easily. Nice target fire here on the right side onto most of the banelings, but still a couple get close by enough that the lift up is forced. More burrowed banelings here being attempted by DRG. You gotta love it, don't you? There's some really cool attempts. They're not working out, but regardless, he is still trying willy-willy everywhere across the map. More SCVs here in serious trouble. 14 instantly go down. The Hydralisk fighting against the Marauders. That is a fight they are very happy to take. Circling's now kind of coming in as well, tanking more damage. DRG, is this the moment where we will have special kind of conceding defeat? It looks like not just quite yet. Not giving up. He knows this is his final shot to make it through. Needs to win this one and then 2 more games, of course, but he's not allowed to lose a single more game. So gonna fight it out till the bitter end. I'd still be able to do something here with his army. His army not that shabby. It's pretty good actually. Couple of Widow Mines already exploding onto Overlords. That's a tough deal. And again, DRG will be able to just wipe it up here. Special, I think that was his final hope. But that's just way too much DRG. Planetary Fortress. Well, maybe the Planetary might be able to hold on here for a little bit, but we got Vipers with the Blinding Cloud. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Alright, here we go, guys. Blinding Cloud, got to be careful with that Marine Micro then, of course. If you A-move, they will suddenly just start moving forwards in that Blinding Cloud. Special once again with whatever he can muster, trying to push on forwards here. There is still creep. The Widow Mines need to get good connections, but they do not manage to do so. And the Hydra circling baneling numbers too overwhelming. GG is called. DRG on the verge of winning that one for a while, but managed to clean it out there as well. Very well done.